I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this? My cousin died because the governor didn't stop the Antam from taking over.
Jacobus?
I'm fine. But I'm not going to be a part of this.
Well, now that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
Whoever they are, they know the Antam and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper officials.
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
Both are important. Strong with the crows, strong against the gods.
Someone else seems to think so. The contact knows the city and the Antam.
How do you know it's for real?
They gave us patrol patterns. Dreadnought arrivals. Their information is real.
And you didn't share this with me?
People in this city continue to sicken and die. Do you not have other more pressing matters to attend to?
So where are we meeting?
Near the field hospital, where the market used to be.
And they asked for me. Not you or Viago.
Even with what happened to Treviso, your fight against the gods is spoken of by many. You have respect, and no small admiration.
From who, though? That's the question.
There's really no clue who it is.
They're foolish enough to think crows are reliable. That's a clue about their worth.
They promise help.
So do you when you're not killing each other. Treviso deserves better.
It's getting the best.
That has yet to be proven.
Hypothetically, what if I'm walking into an ambush?
I would prepare for one.
Not everything is an adder in the wardrobe.
I said to prepare. I didn't say not to go.
What about the human help the Antam was getting? You have any leads on that?
We continue what you started. The other Talons are turning over every stone.
You trust them? Not even your first Talon is safe from your infighting.
We are all Antivan crows.
And yet those of us sworn to Treviso are beneath you.
I'll talk with this mystery contact.
And the rest of us will hope not to get caught in your crossfire again.
If we can remove the Butcher and weaken the Antam, then perhaps Treviso can start to heal from the Blight. With luck, this informant is our key to that. Find them, Rook. Hear what they have to say.
Rook, I presume.
The Butcher.
There's no need for that. Treviso is the trap, not this meeting. Please. So tense. I promise, I'll signal when it's time to fight.
Strange way to ambush someone.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered Antam flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation. But not by me. I said Treviso was the trap, and I meant it. The Jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
You have a strange way of showing your affection.
I conquered it. I didn't betray it. Not like the cattle born here. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different. You and the crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city. And you want a secret from me.
If you really do love this city, you'll tell me where the gods are holding their ritual.
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear their whispers. They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city! So... you live in a casino. Let us make a game of this. I will become what the gods want. Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
The Butcher was our contact, and he's letting himself fall to the Blight? Finish them off! We need to go after the Butcher. So the Butcher wants us to prove we're worthy of saving Treviso. That's what's happening.
By turning himself into a monster.
Everyone's acting like normal. Like the Butcher hasn't gone nuts.
Who's going to believe that? I don't.
Safer to keep your head down, I guess.
Gods gnaw at my mind. I see what you need. Prove you deserve it.
Hear the shift in his voice? He's changing.
My city. My Treviso. Will not abandon you to the traitors who gave you to me.
There's the Butcher. He's a Reaver and fighting his own Anton.
That thing's a monster. How can it tell us anything about the gods?
We have to hope he's still in there.
Trouble ahead.
I see you, Rook, and I see the ritual. Match me, fight me, win this city!
That's how you do it, Lucanus.
This is the power the gods give!
Butcher, where is the ritual?
I see Tearstone Island! The ritual! Tearstone Island!
He's gone. And he named the ritual site. Tearstone Island.
The Butcher didn't lie, if that's worth anything.
He got the death he wanted. Good trade, I guess. And he gave us the information we came for.
Yes, truly the Butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are all devastated to see him go.
Eventually.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it. What's left of it, anyways.
You godless traitor! You weren't powerless against the Butcher, you were working with him!
I don't expect you to understand this, but sometimes governance means not showing your entire hand.
You sold Treviso out to the Antam.
I did what I did to help this city. to save it, to keep my people from being slaughtered like cattle by the Antam. And you let us suffer and sicken in favor of Minrathous. I gave up the crows, you gave up the whole city. Treviso is dying, Rook, and its killer wears your face.
I've met some terrible people lately, even without counting Elganon and Gillenane. You're right up there in some pretty august company. What if Treviso's people could have fought back? Could have rallied to the city's defense? But the Antam kept them weak, let them die. That happened because of a choice you made. I live with the consequences of my decisions. Can you say the same?
You live with nothing, Rook. You have the luxury of distraction, of defining all your actions by the greater good. So take your team to Tearstone Island. Face Elganon and Gillenane, strike them down. Or don't. Either way, Treviso is dying. But it's still mine. Leave its funerary rites to one who cared enough about this city to make themselves its villain.
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
The governor betrayed us all. And for what? A city that is sick, and whose recovery will be measured in years.
I take it you heard? The butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the Antam fell in line?
Whatever the Antam are looking for, Eventu's giving it to them.
The Blight changes things. Even the Antam fear it. The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
The lectures, the insults. Eventually made sure all we saw was a hopped-up bureaucrat who was jealous that Treviso loves the crows. If someone told me Eventu was in charge of the Antam, I wouldn't have believed it. And yet...
Yes, but you have forced them into the open.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Eventu all along. They think they have the power in the Antam, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Eventu will be hiding, so we will hound their Antam and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
Eventu keeps talking about restoring order and rebuilding Treviso. But what then?
I believe the good governor's plan was to risk the city to try and claim the nation. If the Antam beheaded the crows, who would merchant princes hire? Who would invaders fear?
As if the Antam would fill that role. This was a bookkeeper's angry grab at power.
When Eventu left, they made it sound like they were planning something.
I suspect it will be about restoring order as they see it, and that the crows will be first on their list.
Whatever the good governor's intent, we'll end it.
You're not concerned the gods will send the Antam more support?
The gods might come for us, but they're coming for everyone. I believe you are crafting the answer to that, and we will help as we can.
We'll stop Eventu.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. Eventu confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elganon and Gillenane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Eventu.
If you truly want to help Treviso recover from the Blight, help us deal with the governor.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso will be free.
Rook, good. We have discovered what Eventu is planning for Treviso. When you fought the Kamek Master in the garrison, you mentioned a note you found that said some Kamek had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it.
Eventu.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now... Now Evenchi will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
Who is Evenchi planning to poison with the comic? Aside from the crows.
People who have spoken up too loudly against the Antam.
Anyone too friendly with the crows. I doubt Evenchi is familiar with poisons. I guarantee the Kamek will spread to the rest of the city as well.
Destroying your own people's minds. How could Evenchi do this?
By telling themselves there is nothing else to be done.
After the dragon attack, and then the blight... The governor is a coward who has given up on Treviso.
Better to poison the last of it themselves than let anyone else solve these things.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Evenchi from releasing the Kamek.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the crows against the rest of Evenchi's forces in the city.
Understood.
There is something else. Jacobus stormed off earlier. He did not look well.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
Do you think Evenchi would target the field hospital?
I would not put anything past them now.
There's the garrison. That courtyard looks empty.
Thought the governor would have Antam guarding the place.
Evenchi must be further in. We clear the garrison this time. Evenchi's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
Look! Intruders! Come down! We can escape across the roofs! Get the door! Ever shock!
The garrison has fallen to Darkspawn!
That explains why Evenchi's Antam were trying to run.
You! I thought I told you! Take out my sister! One Darkspawn left in the ranch. Caught me before I escaped. But I won't succumb to the blight before my work is done.
Evenchi's blighted.
Evenchi! Traitor!
Wait! Jacobus?
You think I want to use the Kunari and comment on my own people, Rook? Can't bring us the word to Texas and Treviso. It's a little spot free in California. Some might call me a monster boy, but Treviso will be saved.
By poisoning it?
Go ahead. Waste your time with those dogs spawn. If you happen to make it through, I'll be waiting.
Make it hurt. Okay. Now for Evenchi.
I will see you dead if it's the last thing I do before the blight takes me!
Air's back. Careful.
Wait, are these Antam real?
I see the comic is working! I told you once! It won't end any differently! Why don't you die? Why don't you give up? If that damned dark spawn at the gates hadn't scratched me, blighted me, if you hadn't interfered,
It wouldn't have made a difference.
neither will my death. My comic could have helped stabilize the city. but it's still blighted. Dying. Nothing can save Treviso now.
The Crows. The citizens helping each other through the Dragon and the Blight. They're already taking care of each other.
It won't last.
I think it can. And so do the Crows. You say you did all this for Treviso Evenci, to protect it, but you never really believed in it.
What would you know about the city I love?
Rook, I should have wine. We should toast you.
Evenci is dead. The comic is being disposed of. All thanks to you.
The garrison's a mess.
Details.
The Antam remain, though with Evenci gone, I think we will be able to persuade them to move on in the coming months.
People are being moved to safer areas outside the Blight. Crows have time now to patrol for Darkspawn.
It will take years, but we can plan for Treviso's future now that it has one.
Treviso would have fallen long ago if it really didn't have a chance.
I'm not so sure. A city is only as healthy as those who care for it.
You never gave up, Rook. We will repay that in full. But life is so dull if all we talk about are responsibilities. It is time to celebrate.
For our victory.
For Treviso's freedom.
For the Crows.
What an excellent idea. Viago, dear, you mentioned something about getting us drinks?
Tearstone Island. That's where Elganon and Gillenane will perform their ritual.
With an eclipse, those two can finish their dagger, then tear open the Fade. After that, we've witnessed the horrors Gillenane creates with even a trickle of the Blight. What happens with a flood?
Next eclipse is a month away. That's not a lot of time.
Getting past the Antam Navy won't be easy. They'll be on high alert.
We'd need our own fleet to get past them, which we don't have.
If anyone can find a way around that fleet, it's us. Everything seems impossible at the beginning. Just fight one battle at a time. Varric told me that.
Damn right, kid.
A single boat can sneak past a blockade. We just need to find something that floats.
The Antam fleet may not spot us, but the gods see much farther.
Worse, they know about us specifically. They'll be waiting.
Let's make sure there's too many distractions for them to spot us.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Harding, reach out to our allies. Wardens, Veil Jumpers, all of them. Tell them to be ready to start swinging. We start enough fires, make some noise, and the gods will look everywhere for us. Except at their front door.
You've helped our allies, Rook. They're ready to return the favor.
That takes care of the approach. But what about when we get there? We'll have two gods waiting. Who knows how many Antam? We'll need to be at our best. Question is, we there yet?
We are ready as we'll ever be.
I'll send off messages to our allies. They'll be ready.
What about the Inquisitor? I know she's busy fighting in the south, but this doesn't end until the gods are dead. She knows that.
Saving the world? Sounds like the Inquisitor.
Reach out to her. Morrigan, too. We could use their help. I hear that we're as ready as we'll ever be. But we can always be more prepared. Weeks until the next eclipse gives us time. Let's use it wisely.
Agreed.
Get some rest, then we'll take care of outstanding business.
Up for a trip to the Cobbled Swan?
Why? What's happening?
Nothing, that I know of. With Aelia taken care of, I thought we'd check in. Maybe enjoy the Swan for once?
Thought the cart was done when the Venatori grabbed me.
You did a good job polishing her up.
I was happy to help. Besides, Nev might starve without your cart.
Yeah, well, free fish next time. You too, Gallus.
Sure, Hal. Rana, I've got someone for you to meet.
Right. I'm almost finished here.
Good reading? And here I thought you'd be working our cases.
I got a tip on a red lyrium smuggler who leaves coded messages in the paper. I placed a coded ad pretending to be a buyer. If the smuggler took the bait, I'll know where he's trading the goods.
Anything I can do to help?
Cooperative. Are you sure you're Nev's friend?
All right. What are we after?
We're looking for the phrase Virantium Brandy.
Got it.
Hold on. What's this? Nev, Gallus, and Rana Savas, investigators.
Right. That. I may have paid for another small advertisement.
You what?
If we want to help people, they need an easier way to find us. It's approachable.
I regret this already.
Docktown couldn't ask for better protectors.
Oh, it could, but we're all right.
There. Virantium Brandy. I know where to stop the red lyrium deal. This one, anyway.
Good catch. You might work out after all. Still, I'd prefer you have backup when you need it. And if I'm not around... Rana, meet the Viper. I put in a word for you.
The Viper? You're real? Wait, a word? For what?
Come. It's time you met the Shadow Dragons.
Are you Nev Gallus?
How did you...
I saw your advertisement. I need your help.
Then you're in the right place.
Minratha's calls, we answer.
Cross your fingers it's not for nothing.
It won't be.
Have a seat. I'm guessing you've got a story.
Good, you're here.
What happened?
A note from Viago. Katerina is alive.
What? How?
Zara's carcass told the truth. Ilario didn't arrange Katerina's death because he spirited her away. Katerina has been a prisoner in her own villa, with Ilario as her keeper.
What matters is that she's alive, and we know where she is. So let's go get her.
Ilario is making his move. He's hosting the Talons of the Crows at Via della Morte. All of them.
That's a good way to get himself killed. Unless he's got something up his sleeve.
Maybe he thinks his blood magic will be enough to control them all. We have to do this carefully. Ilario has to be expecting us.
You think he knows that we know about him and Elganon?
He wouldn't be avoiding us otherwise. Be ready for a trap.
It'll be slow going through Treviso.
Not for us. We're going by water, and Spite is keen to get this done.
Then let's make this a night to remember. Good. We're past the Blight and no one heard our gondola. Where to now?
We go under the bridge.
We aren't going in through a sewer, are we?
No sewers in Treviso. The streets are barely above water as it is. There's a hidden escape route. That's our way inside. Over there. That's the entrance.
Your house has a secret escape route, and Ilario didn't post a guard on it.
Ilario doesn't know it's here.
Why not?
Katerina didn't even tell me about it. I found it playing here alone as a boy.
What the...
He let them into the house. Now I'll have to get the whole thing cleaned. And here we are. Welcome to Villa della Morte.
No wonder Ilario wants to inherit.
Home? Smells like dust and linseed oil. Don't say that when Katerina is in earshot.
So you lived here?
Hilario and I both did, until we were 18.
What about your parents?
Killed by a rival house. We would have ended up with Katerina anyway, to train. The door's been barred from the inside.
So, we bust down the door and get attacked, probably?
Which is why I'll go first.
Katerina. Lucanis. My poor boy.
I'd love to celebrate this touching family reunion with you both, but now might not be the best time. We have Hilario's celebration to deal with.
Rook, blight or no, we must find somewhere safe for Katerina before we end this.
You'll do no such thing. And don't speak about me as if I'm not here. There's no time for heroic nonsense.
Heroic nonsense saved your grandson and is rescuing you now. I won't let Hilario do more damage.
Go! I'll meet you in the Opera House.
I hope she can keep herself safe.
Welcome to House de la Muerte, Rook.
Katerina's death was a tragedy. But to get Lucanis back from the dead, only to lose him to a demon. For me, it is a deep, personal loss. And so, I take the mantle of First Talon with a heavy heart. But the crows could rise from the ashes. With our new allies, the Venatori, we can reclaim Antiva.
Over my dead body.
That can be arranged.
Overpower us both. Now you fall.
What are you waiting for, cousin? Finish what you start.
I already did. What am I ever going to do that is worse than this? On your knees, in front of every house.
Get up, Hilario.
Katerina, thank the Maker.
No one from House de la Muerte kneels.
Mierda. What am I supposed to do with this idiot?
He tried to kill you and got you imprisoned. And kidnapped the First Talon. And made a deal with the Venatori.
Too much to forgive. But he's still all I've got. Viago, lock him up.
You think you can put me away? That is not your decision, is it? Katerina is still First Talon.
Enough, Hilario. Lucanis is First Talon now. His decision stands.
You're lucky he didn't cut your throat.
Welcome home, my boy.
A toast to the new First Talon.
To Lucanis! Really? You came all the way back here for coffee? The stuff in your villa wasn't good enough?
It's better if I make it myself. And I wanted some quiet.
So, first Talon of the Crows, huh? Does that mean you'll be leaving us?
No. We have a contract. Besides, she may have stepped down, but there's no stopping Katarina from giving all the orders. I still cannot believe she did that.
I don't want to say that was the worst party I've ever attended, but it was probably in the bottom 10.
Crow parties are always terrible. Everything is poisoned, and I'm always working anyway. Fucking Hilario.
Do you regret putting him in prison?
No. Not with Treviso in such chaos. The last thing I need is my full cousin causing more. Let Hilario sit and think on his mistakes. It may do him good.
I was surprised you spared him at all, really.
So was I. But I don't have a lot to lose. What there is, Hilario, Katarina, Nev. This team. I'm not giving that up.
Lucanus?
He looks just like me. Spite, I mean, when he manifests.
That makes sense, doesn't it? What's on your mind?
I've been thinking. Treviso is as safe as we can make it. So, when my contract to you is fulfilled, Spite and I will go our separate ways. Literally, I'm going to seek out a way to separate us, wherever that takes me.
A lot of people have tried to cure possession. Sometimes if they can kill the demon in the Fade.
That's what I've heard too, but there's no guarantee of success, especially given our situation.
Because you and Spite were forced together.
And because I pay my debts, even to him.
If you could find a way, imagine what it could change. It would give hope to so many people.
I must start with one person. From what we've seen, changing the world is better done by degrees.
You sound like you've still got some doubts.
Being possessed. It's not like separating oil and water. Each element permanently infuses the other. Spite wears my face, uses my skills. I know I've grown stronger. So, say I cast out Spite with all he's learned from me. What then? What if I free myself, but unleash a true demon of Virantium?
A demon who's worked in a team, saved people, and made friends.
He'd lose them if I cast him out.
You keep saying that. Like you'd miss him.
He's been part of me. He'd be alone.
Spite will only be alone if he chooses to be. But you can't control that. All you can do is trust that you're making the right call. For both of you.
I know. But from someone else, it's easier to believe. And it's easier to see a future I can live with when this is done. To strike hardest, one must aim beyond the target. Let's end it, Rook. You and I and Spite, and all the fury we can muster.
Events are weaving together quickly now, Rook. For good or ill, the fate of the world shall be decided soon. I received Harding's missive. Your plan is sound.
So the Inquisitor's in?
Indeed, although she requires a few days to set events in motion. Time is needed to allot her responsibilities to those who are capable of managing them. Once settled, she has pledged herself to your cause. The snake's head must be severed, else the body simply grows anew. And what of your other allies? Will they also be ready? There is no room left for doubt or hesitation.
They've been ready for every fight before. I trust they'll be prepared.
As they must be. There will not be another opportunity to foil the schemes of Elganon and Gillenane. If we fail in this, they gain all that is needed to reshape the world in their twisted image. The evil put into place with the aid of their Arnhem servants at Tearstone will cover the entire world.
Look, the gods can't blight the world without their dagger. And they can't finish their dagger until the eclipse, which isn't for another. Elganon.
While you gather your people, I will find the Inquisitor. And Rook, I wish you great luck.
Elganon just caused an eclipse. The gods can finish their dagger. We need to move now.
But we were supposed to have weeks to prepare.
How much time do we actually have?
It's not weeks, I can tell you that much.
The eclipse is slowly forcing an alignment between the stars and powerful currents in the Fade.
Which means what?
I'm afraid we've only a few hours until the gods complete their dagger.
Lucanus is right. We have to go now.
No time to scrape up an army, even if we had one.
You think we're enough?
What will we be facing on the island?
There's gonna be blight crap.
And where there's blight, darkspawn.
Right. Tearstone Island's also crawling with the entire Antam army.
They've had time to prepare. It'll be brutal.
So will the gods. We're walking right into their lair.
We may not all make it out again.
There is no one else I'd rather do this with. No one. So let's stop the gods. Whatever it takes.
We're with you. The gods won't leave that island.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Then we leave as soon as we can.
That's for Weishaupt. That's for the Griffins.
Hey, what's going on?
Blowing off steam.
About what?
Nothing. Everything. You.
Sorry, I know I drive men wild, can't help it.
This is for real, Rook.
Okay, sorry. What is?
It's what we're about to go do. The thing about being a Grey Warden, you don't get too attached. Any day could be your last. So you learn. Keep it casual. Don't make friends with your team. Don't start thinking about a Griffin like he's your kid. And whatever you do, no matter what, don't even think about falling hard for your boss. Trouble is, it's too late. I already did.
Makes two of us.
But that makes it worse.
Thought it was the other way around.
What if one of us doesn't come back? I actually let myself imagine the future. Our future. What we could be. And him too. Our half-bird, half-cat kid. I want all that.
There's no reason we can't have it.
Only if we live.
Then the good news is we finally have a plan. Don't die.
Now you got my hopes up. I swear, Rook, if you go out there and get yourself killed, I'm gonna...
Chop some more wood.
Oh.
Or we both come back and have some fun the good old-fashioned way.
You're on.
Varric, I hope I'm not interrupting whatever you're doing.
Take a deep breath.
The gods changed all the rules. We're going in blind. The whole team is pretty sure we're going to die. And they might be right.
Weird shit is happening. Of course the team's on edge. It's not a personal failing for you to be scared either.
I don't know how to carry this weight, Varric.
No one does. This job was always going to call for someone who could improvise. You're on this team for a reason too, you know.
I guess I have some thinking to do. About everything.
Go on. You know where to find me if you need me.
Well, let's not keep the gods waiting.
It's fortunate we weren't spotted coming in.
A lot of dreadnoughts. One shot is all it takes.
Now we just have to deal with that.
Morgan didn't exaggerate. That's the entire Antam army over there.
Armies are big and clumsy. We can do this.
Agreed. If we move quick enough.
The gods will know we're here soon, and so will the Antam. We need a distraction. One team to draw off that army, and another to stop the gods from finishing their dagger.
I'll take half the team and cause some trouble down by the Antam ships.
Wait, I'm the scout. I can get us around this place faster.
There'll be Blight farther up, Harding. And Darkspawn.
I've fought them before, and I've got the stone on my side.
Lace? Hold on.
Someone has to do this, Tosh.
So who will it be?
Harding's right. This requires a good scout.
I'll take care of it. I promise.
I'll take the rest of us and get to the gods before they finish their dagger and cut open the Fade. Once we're in place, Lucanus will take Solus's dagger and ambush Gillenane.
Elgernon's pet.
One problem at a time. As long as he has that archdemon, he's invulnerable. Concentrate on Gillenane first. We kill her, take the god's dagger, then deal with Elgar'nan.
We should go. Wish me a little luck.
You got it. Harding.
Like you said back at the lighthouse, Rook. We stop the gods. Whatever it takes.
All right, not the quickest path ahead, but we might reach the gods before we're spotted. There! That must be where the gods are making the dagger.
I can feel the Blight from here. Keep an eye out.
Sounds like a lot more Antam across the bay.
What is all that?
Something about Gillenane giving them world-crushing power? Must be Harding's team distracting the Antam. Hope they're all right.
How brave of you to seek me out, Rook. We shall meet soon.
I just heard Elgar'nan.
He said my name. And Spites.
Rook, that fight we had.
Isn't with each other now.
Right. Just don't make me chop more wood.
Blight, watch your step.
The gods finish their dagger, open the Fade, and unleash all the Blight. Even Solus was terrified of that.
He may be a smug bastard. At least a bastard with limits.
Tom, your vision, your loyalty will be rewarded. Ghilanane and I must complete our task before we join you. But this magic we harness will transform the world. And all those within it.
Archdemon!
And it's a big one.
Come on! We're getting closer to where the gods are making their dagger.
Antam! We sense intruders, the same mortals who defied us at Whiteheart. A woman, also an elf, griffin bonded. A spite demon and its host. There are others. Find them and bring me the griffin, intact.
Try it, and you've got a war.
We have to hurry. The Antam will be looking everywhere after hearing that. It's Harding.
Rook, hey!
Harding, are you okay?
We drew off some on Tom, but you have to hurry. More on the way.
Can you open the way out of here?
I think so. Let me look.
You will be a sacrifice to our future glory.
Dream on.
There, the doors are open. More on Tom are coming. We'll draw them off.
Be careful. We'll meet you above.
There are things I would have of you, Rook. Draw closer. You will learn what they are.
Elganon again.
Just more talk.
Antam, the intruders remain. One bears an instrument from the Dreadwolf.
So the gods know we have Solus's dagger.
Our ritual gathers momentum. Power. It cannot be interrupted by mortals. I will send my creations to assist your hunt.
Oh no. Darkspawn! Did you see that flash of green light? That's a tear in the Fade.
I didn't come all this way to miss our chance.
The gods might be close, but they'd be gloating if they finish their dagger. If we kill Ghilanane and steal that dagger, then Elganon can't unleash the Blight. That Fade tear's blocking the way. We have to set it off. That Fade tear. Getting near it feels like being ripped to shreds. Ghilanane must be affecting the Fade here, making the tears more dangerous.
Rook, more on Tom headed your way. We can't hold him off much longer.
Do what you can. Meet us inside that building ahead.
Oh, another Fade tear. Oceans of magic are coursing around us because of the gods' ritual.
Then we'd better find Ghilanane, quickly.
Wait! There are wards blocking the way out. Blood magic.
One touch could kill.
How do we get through? Ideas?
Patterns are familiar. If I can fracture the harmonics, we could get through. Maybe.
I deal with blood magic. I can stop the damage long enough to burn out the wards.
That's risky, Nev. Really risky. I can't ask you to do that.
Your way's just as dangerous. Don't like it, but one of us has to do it.
This is your territory, Balara. Just go slow.
I'll be careful.
I'll keep this Fade tear in check while you work, but with things so unpredictable, I fear anything might happen once we kill Ghilanane.
Solus warned me that there'd always be costs and consequences to fighting gods. But if we kill Gillenane, snatch the god's dagger and escape, maybe we prove him wrong.
I dearly hope so.
And there.
Great work.
Thanks. Be careful. The gods might know we're here now.
That is a certainty.
Laura!
The Elven are a scattered people, but fret not. I shall bring your mage gently back into our fold. You can all be forgiven by embracing the wisdom of surrender. Continue, and even the dread wolf will regret what I do to his pawn.
Come on! Elganon and Gillenane are still on the island. If we move fast, we might get Balara back.
Damn it! Hold on, Belle!
The gods know we're coming, but they still need to finish their dagger.
We can divide their attention.
Good idea. Half the team comes with me on the main path. Harding and the others keep out of sight and get Lucanus to the ritual.
He kills Gillenane, and then we save Balara.
All this magic, it feels like a storm.
Which means Elganon's almost completed the dagger.
Where's Gillenane? On the move. Spike can feel her hunting for us.
We didn't come this far for nothing. Everything the gods have thrown at us, it's all because they know we can win. We'll kill Gillenane, we'll get our friend back, and then...
And then Elgarnon. We'll hold Gillenane's attention until Lucanus has a clear shot.
Good luck, Harding.
Like we said, whatever it takes.
It's all yours.
As is Gillenane.